Will Ministries International presents Midweek Message. Hi, family. Well, we're still doing the Father's Day stuff. And today, I'm sorry, I didn't do much and I got a little winded. I was just trying to readjust myself and I got a little winded. Okay, so this may not be very long. Today, we're going to talk about inconsistent fathers and absentee fathers. So the absentee father is still alive. So these fathers are still alive. The absentee father is not in the child's life. The child may not know the father, or the father may be in another state or in the service or in another country even, but the father does not have an active role in the child's life. He's absent. And we're going to talk about the inconsistent father. That's the dad that says, hey, I'm going to come pick you up next weekend. Or there's an agreement every other weekend and they're supposed to pick you up, but they don't. They come when they can, not when they're supposed to. So, as an absentee father, at least there's consistency. Like we know they're never going to be a part of your life. And there's all different kinds of reasons for that. Because sometimes it's the mom that if I can't have you, you can't have your kid kind of thing. But sometimes it's the dad that just, moved on, maybe had another family. And they left the old one behind. Sometimes it happens like that. Sometimes it wasn't really a relationship, and so there was no relationship with mom, therefore no relationship with child. So there's all kinds of different reasons for a dad to be an absent parent, but none of them are good. None of them are good reasons. If you have a child out there, you need to be checking on your child. How many stories have we heard where the dad wasn't around and like mom was mentally ill and like stuff happened to the kids because mom was, I guess, under too much pressure, maybe? But how many times have we heard that the kids got taken out by the mom and the dad wasn't around, so these kids are struggling with no help, with in danger and in distress, and there's nobody there. If you're not going to care for your kid, don't have them. You don't have to be running around out here spilling seed everywhere if you're not going to take care of them. Kids need to be protected. Kids need to be loved, and they deserve it. They didn't ask to come here. Use protection. For the absentee dad. Now, my dad was in my life, but sometimes he could be inconsistent. And sometimes he'd take my brother and not me. And I understand why he did. Because, it was easier having the boy. And also, after I was 8, remember I was molested at 8. And so after that, I had some issues, like emotional issues. And, he might have not have wanted to deal with them. And I get it now, but I didn't get it as a child. And so from the child that received the inconsistent, that was hard. That was hard. And because I'll tell you my family dynamic. It was me and my mom, me, my dad, no, my mom, my dad, me, my brother. My dad was like my brother was like my mom, and I was like my dad. And so mom was not happy with me after the divorce, right? My brother looked like my dad, but I acted like my dad. So yeah, so the inconsistency is hard. When they're not there, you know they're not going to be there. There's maybe always a hope that they'll be there, but the inconsistent is like the like yay, and then being let down. And so we had an agreement. Our parents had an agreement every other weekend. And so, yeah, it didn't happen like that. And then my dad remarried, and that wasn't a good situation for me. And so, yeah, that was a little rough. And my dad would pick me up and then leave me with my stepmom, like pretty much the weekend. And so I still didn't spend time with him, even though he picked me up. It wasn't easy. So dads, I think the whole point of this is be consistent. Be in your children's life and be consistent. And you don't have to spend $1 million to spend time with your kids. You have to spend time with your kids. You don't have to go to, I want to say Great Adventure, but that's a up north thing. You don't have to go to the Disneyland every week. You know, just spend time. The park is free. The park is free. Kids love swinging on swings. Get together. There's a bunch of you single dads out there. A bunch of you dads, you guys could group up, right? Y'all could be hanging out like the moms do. Y'all could be hanging out together with the kids playing at the park. There's girls there. Well, there's women there with their kids or grandkids. Like, win-win. Spend time with your kids. They're worth it. And even if you just sit in the house and watch cartoons together, that's good enough for them. They want you. They want to spend time with you. And so be available for them. Be available. Let them spend time with you. And whether it's at the park or at the roller rink or bowling or whatever it is, the trampoline park, whatever it is you do with kids nowadays, swimming, whatever it is, just be consistent and spend time. If you're just sitting at the table doing homework with them, that's enough for them. They just want to spend time with you. All right, well, I'm running out of time. Absentee dads, be present. Inconsistent dads, be consistent. And just remember, you don't have to spend $1 million. You need to spend hours, right? It's the time that's important. All right, well, join us again next time when In His Will Ministries International presents Midweek Message. Until then, bye.